Hi there, and welcome to this week's Stalking the Wild Auto Harp, which is a continuation of my special Prism Edition videos where I'm highlighting the Prism and all of its features. This week we're going to talk about minor sevenths and major sixes, which are really the same chord, and I'll get into that in a minute and I'll explain it all. Before I get into that though, I wanted to let you know that there is now an index for Stalking the Wild Auto Harp. It's on my website. My website address is howweeks.com, and you can go there and go to the Stalking the Wild Auto Harp page, and you will find indexed there all of the episodes in this tutorial series ranked by beginner, intermediate, advanced, general subjects, etc., etc. And all the Prism ones are going to be together in a group too. So with no further ado, I want to get in tight with my camera so that I can show you what's up with minor sevenths and major sixes. All right, I've drawn a nice tight close-up on my chord bar buttons here so that you can tell what I'm going to do. The auto harp has standard minors, of course. The Prism has regular minors, and those are found as what we call bridge chords. Off the middle button, you combine the middle button with the back row, but they are all shifted. Normally on an auto harp, you would have, well, on a Brian Bowers setup, you would reach out with from your major chord up here, and you'd have your relative minor. Okay? But in this arrangement, the relative minor is over here. And the reason is that you have to bridge to make straight minors. Okay? Regular minor. And if you didn't do that, that would put your regular minor button over here. And so you'd have to play the regular minors as a fork, like that. And that's the way it was originally invented, and the way I originally played it for a few months. And then I discovered, well, hey, just shift everything up and put the relative minor back here. Now that may seem like a deal breaker to somebody who's used to reaching out there for the relative minor, but the relative minor has as much to do with the 4 chord as it does with the 1 chord. All right, and I'm not going to really get into all of that in this video. I'm just saying that when you do this, you get the minor that's a minor 3. For example, here's my C chord. All right, this is E minor. When I bridge between this and this, I get E minor, not A minor. A minor is over here. All right, so the minors run up this row, circle of fifths, just like before. Everything's just shifted up 1. All right, so, and that's the reason, is so that they can be bridge chords. All right, now the minor sevens are forks. All right, they're played like this. You go from A minor to A minor 7, like this. So you've got 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minor chords. All right, and if you want that seventh, I'm going to tell you a secret. There's a secret set of sevenths, and they run like this. It's an alternate fingering. It's the same minor chords that you find up here, but they run down here as a fork. Okay, now that has 2 effects. It makes fingering the minors easier in some cases. Some cases you're playing along like this and you need a minor, you can just grab it there. Whoops. You can grab it down here instead of reaching out for it, which sometimes, and some people say all the time, simplifies the minors. So you have them, and then you have that extra minor chord up here. The one that dropped off the top. When you shifted everything up, it's now here in your hidden minors. All right, so you've got regular minors, and you've got minor sevenths, and you've got these hidden minors down here that you can use to simplify your fingering and also get that seventh minor chord that you didn't have before. All right, so that's the thing with minor sevenths. Minor sevenths change from that to that. Okay, so there is an E minor and an E minor 7. All right, and minor sevenths is probably the most common color chord you are going to come across. There's some other very common ones, major sevenths, sus4s, add 9s, and you have all of those on this, but we're going to talk about those on another day. The other kind of chord I want to talk about is a major 6. It's really the same thing as a minor 7. All right, here is why. For example, A minor contains the notes A, C, E. All right, A minor 7 contains A, C, E, and G. A, C, E, and G is A minor 7. But if you take those same 4 notes and you spell it C, E, G, A, you now have a major 6 chord. All right, same chord structurally, different impression that it makes. For example, if I go to that I can give the impression that I'm adding the 6th note to the root chord. Say I'm playing a C major chord, and I can add the 6 to it. So a minor 7th chord has 2 functions. It functions also as a major 6. All right, so there is a little explanation of the different sounds that come from the minor 7ths and major 6ths. Okay, so that is a little segment detailing the highlights of what you can do with minor 7ths and major 6s. I wanted to go on to tell you that if you are benefiting from these videos and learning something from Stalking the Wild Auto Harp, I'm thrilled. That's absolutely fantastic. You can support my efforts here on Stalking the Wild Auto Harp by becoming a patron of Stalking the Wild Auto Harp and giving a few bucks every month at my Patreon site. And the web link is coming up right now, and you can see that, and you can go over there and pledge just a few bucks, and that will help me out on a month-to-month basis to get the tech that I need to make this all happen for you. So thanks for considering that. Remember to subscribe to this series here on YouTube so that you can get the latest and the greatest every time it comes out. Little reminder, I teach private lessons on Skype. Go to my website, halweeks.com, and you can see the details about my private lessons, how reasonable they are, and let me tell you, they work really well. I've got a lot of students who are thrilled with the convenience and everything they are learning. So that's it for Stalking the Wild Auto Harp this week, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye-bye.